Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you the layouts that I made in June 2020. So I have this big stack of layouts. Now I'm sharing every layout I made except for two because they have videos that will be posting later on this month. So I can't share those with you yet. Now not every single layout here has a process video. So let's see if I can get this layout share going for you. I'm going to put these off to the side and do them one by one because you guys, this is a big stack and it is kind of topply. So here we go. This is the first layout just in the share. It's the most recent layout on the channel, I believe. This is a layout for off the board with pineapple papers. Now my Pinterest pin that I used was a quote. And the quote was, "I don't need an inspirational quote, I need coffee." So I decided to go with that for this photo of myself with my Starbucks Christmas cup that I did. I fussy cut these letters out, popped them up on foam, and then I have a flare badge from Scrappin' Happy Studio. Now the second layout is actually a 4-page layout. This is for Stretch the Sketch. And Stretch the Sketch is a monthly series started by Janet Fritz of Galaxy Girl Creations. And this Stretch the Sketch was actually supposed to be July's, and I messed that up. So I will be doing June's sketch in July while the rest of the ladies do the proper one. Now this is a 4-page spread, and I will be having a process video with how I'm going to make the layout come together in my album and what layouts will be on the other sides of these pages. So that will be happening. So that is the Stretch the Sketch one. This layout was for my, I think this is for homemade kits. And I want it to have a pretty layout with the guts of the airplanes that says bomb rack receptacle. And I struggled with this one, but it's finished and I like it, and it's going into the Castle Air Museum album, so it is all good. Now this layout is my layout where I used 10 different pattern papers on one page. This was a challenge with my friend Crystal. I said that if she did 8, I would do 10. Well, she did 8 and then called me out because I hadn't done the 10 yet. So here it is, I did it. And it's a heavy layout. Not a lot on this layout, but it's a heavy layout because there's a lot of paper. Okay. This layout you saw yesterday as well. This is the beginning layout for our round of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club Telephone Hop. These are just selfies of myself and my daughter. We were both at work and we sent selfies to each other, so the title is Selfie Together. Did a little bit of popping up of the flowers just to give it some dimension. This is a using the wrong collection layout with Paper House. This is the Discover France collection, and I used it to document a post that my son made on Facebook. I cried. When I saw this post on Facebook, I straight up cried. And I just wanted to document it. This is a layout from Layout Palooza. Now Layout Palooza, I go rogue on just about every single layout and adjust and change things around. So I did that here. I comboed silver and gold for this layout. And then I changed some things and made a Mickey head to poke out. This is Storybook Land in Disneyland. You ride on a canal boat basically, and you see all the miniatures of the things of like the stories. Like this is Pinocchio. This is Little Mermaid, like it's Eric's castle, that kind of thing. This was a layout that I did to celebrate Jen's subscribers on YouTube. I scrap lifted her. She did a black and white layout, and I added in these colors to celebrate my Mickey socks, and then used some different letters and stuff to write Mickey socks are so beautiful. I do a lot of this kind of documenting where it's just like the normal fun things in my life. I think that that's important. This is a telephone scrap lift in the paper issues. I think it's Paper Issues Facebook group. It's just like the telephone hop we do at the Kit Club, except this was just in the group, and it was just a little fun thing to do. So this is our house, and this is our daughter flying over top of our house and her in the airplane. So I just wanted to document that. So there that is. Obviously this page has no journaling, but don't you worry, I'm going to have a whole heck of a lot to say, so this won't be the only page of that milestone. This is an off-the-board layout where I was inspired by a layout that I had pinned, and oh, look at my hair stuck to the enamel dots. By a layout that I had pinned that just about everything was matted in black, and that was really striking to me, so I went ahead and did that as well for my layout. This is using the wrong collection. Again, this is the Discover France layout, and I do like to document certain greeting cards and things that I get. So this is that one. I use some Nouveau embellishment mousse. It practically matches the card perfectly. So I wanted to do that. This layout is just a birthday layout, fun and gross memories. I did this and 2 other layouts in one video because I had some photos that I needed to wrap up. Now, this is a pimple popper thing that Alex bought me for my birthday that year. Fun but gross, definitely. This is a layout palooza layout. These are glassine bags full of sequins. I did go a little rogue on this layout as well. I just titled this California Love. These are pictures of Monterey when we went. And then this is just a gradient of color and the sequins. I added a lot more sequins and different ones, and added these black borders, the decoration. So I like layout classes, but I really like layout classes that allow me to just go with it and do my own thing on top of the layout class. So I just enjoy that. Here is another birthday layout that I did with those 3 called This Beautiful Bag. Whoops. This Beautiful Bag. This was my first Disney Doonie, and I just loved it. Wow, look how short my hair was. Okay, so we have that one. This one was for Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I used some Ranger Stickles glitter gel around the edge, and then used these beautiful teal sequins. And this is Lana in Monterey, and I just love this layout. Sometimes you make a layout and you just love it, and this is one of them. Here is another layout palooza layout. This is Lana and I when we spent the weekend in Disneyland for her birthday. So I thought that these gears were appropriate for like Cars Land. And then I have a little hidden Mickey over here. Okay, this is Super Plants, and this is a Follow a Sketch Friday layout, and I used the Chamel collection. What is this Chamel collection called? Never Grow Up. Looks like my words are coming up. Might need to add a little bit more adhesive to them. So this is from the project pad, and this is inside the land in Epcot. I did a lot of Disney layouts this month. This is also a layout Palooza layout, and I kind of went rogue on this one as well. This is just a photo of my husband and I, and I love this photo of us. It's just one of my favorite photos. So what I did here was I took each of these papers in the Starburst, and I made the lines match up, and then I embossed this. So each of these stars are the same paper that's underneath of it, and I embossed it just to give it gives it a little bit more, and it changes the color a little bit, especially over here with this dotted Swiss paper. This almost goes black, but I just love this. I love this photo. I love this layout. It just makes me happy. Here is a layout that is from my, I think that I want to say this is from my Kill a Kit with Style. These are cotton candies that we had at a restaurant called Rustler's Roost, and I had saved this cotton candy from the Chamel Sparkle City collection. It has sat on my desk waiting for these photos. I believe this was a Follow a Sketch Friday too. And this is some Nouveau Glimmer Paste. Here is a layout Palooza layout as well. This is just called Pretty Monterey. It's just some vellum and then one gorgeous photo matted on top of some fun papers. And then I added brads and wooden enamel dots. Okay, so this layout, I don't remember. I think this is a Follow a Sketch Friday layout. Maybe, I'm not sure. But my Revlons were old and they weren't turning out great, so I embraced that and just did them kind of distressed looking. I've got lots of florals and things popped out. This is some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio, and it's just titled Happy Day. This is Lana's birthday. I want to say, why did I not date this bad boy? Great. I'm going to have to go back and figure out if this is 2018 or 2009. No, it's 2019. It's 2019. Okay. This is a layout I did with one of those Vicky Bouton pre-made mixed media backgrounds. I added some pink snowflakes to it, and I wanted to see if I could do a frozen layout without the normal cold blue colors. And then my friend Amber was like, I love how you actually used hot colors for frozen, and it never clicked that that's what I'm doing, but that's totally what I did. I have these hearts that I embossed with clear embossing powder. It's one of my favorite techniques, and I got away from it for a little while, and I think I'm going to be bringing that back because I love that so much. This is a layout that I created for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club and my Making a Mess challenge. Now my challenge was to use some sort of mixed media somewhere on the page. I used some Nouveau embellishment mousse and did trees through a scrapbook.com stencil. I also did some ink through a Tim Holtz stencil, and then of course the gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine splatters made it on there as well. These are vellum die cuts from Close to My Heart. This is from Bloom Street, I believe, the word current. And then these are One Canoe 2 products, and then I have another Scrap and Happy Studio flare. And that was obviously a Disney trash can layout, and I have another Disney trash can layout. And this was another layout Palooza, so we hand stitched. So I have Disney trash can Joy, and then of course I have my Mickey head on here. I just thought that the black Mickey head popped great with what I had going on this layout. This is a mixed media layout for Brutus Monroe. I really wanted to make my background look like the ocean, and I think I pretty much nailed it. I know that sounds really full of myself, but I'm totally pleased with it. I did a doodly border with some hand-drawn little fishies right here. The title is simply CA for California. So it's California, Darling, You Are a Work of Art. This is in Monterey. This is the first time I touched the Pacific Ocean. And yes, I did say Pacific Ocean. It stems from when we were looking at cars. There was a car and the car color was called Pacific Blue, and for some reason I had a mind like blockage and I would call it Specific Blue. So now anything Pacific is specific because of that. And then this is a Maryland red crab, even though this is the Pacific Ocean, and the poor little guy is already cooked, or a Maryland blue crab. The poor little guy is already cooked. That's why he's red now. But yeah, this is a stamp, and then I just colored it in with aqua pigments and then clear embossed over top of it and popped up these little guys over here and then added some sequins. So this is a layout with my Kill a Kit with Style. Another milestone layout. I think I did 1900 and this is the 1600 one. And this is just, you know, some embellishments in kind of a diagonal line and a little bit of a random one because a tree with a tire is kind of random. But I like milestone numbers, so I document them. This is a 6x12 layout. This is my husband and my daughter in Monterey. And then I have this cute little stamp right here. This is a stencil. And then this really cool mermaid skin paper. And it's simply titled Us. So this, I'll have another 6x12 layout on the back side of it. And I'll figure that out later. Here is a layout that I did with some mixed media, and then I stacked washi on top of it. This one needs a little bit more adhesive. So this is washi from a washi book. It's from Paige Evans. Actually, I think it's from 2 washi books. And each of these are on white cardstock so that it gives it a little bit of rigidity. And then it's called We Dream of Pasties. This restaurant is in Arizona called the Cornish Pasty. So good, so good. This is a very old layout, Palooza layout. It is not the current one. This is my son when he volunteered at the USO when he was overseas. He actually got an award because he volunteered so much at the USO. So this is just a branch that has been cut out, and then we have hearts that are hanging from the trees, and then we have hearts that are kind of just like tucked in places. And this will not go in his military album because it is not in red, white, and blue. This will go in the family album. Here we have my layout from the Travel Your World YouTube hop. This is where I actually had a window seat with a window because originally when I flew out on the airplane and left, I had a window seat, but it was just airplane wall. So I was super excited to actually have a window seat with this one. This airplane right here is from a wonderful subscriber. She sent me a bunch of airplane borders, and I just like it right here, dividing up the orange stripe and the airplane paper from Horizon. This is a layout from my homemade kits. It's Love You Tons. This is my husband and I on our anniversary in September of 2019. We have both lost a tremendous amount of weight since then, so it's interesting to see the difference between us here and what we look like now. Here is a Kill a Kit with Style layout with this huge shaker, and some of the sequins and bits are actually taped to the back so that they're going to stay up. So these guys will always stay up even if my layout spends 1600 years upside down and or right side like this, and all the sequins go to the bottom. these guys, since they are glued down, will stay there all the time. And this is just sunshine and parade fun. I really wasn't pleased with this layout. It wasn't my favorite when I made it, but now that it's been out for a while and I've stepped away, I really do enjoy it now, and it's going to totally fit in our 2017 Disney album. I did do a lot of Disney layouts. This layout is called Swoosh. It was a grab 5 layout. We had to use the color blue. We had to use puffy stickers, torn paper edges. That's only 3 things. What else did we have to use? Puffy stickers, washi. This is washi right here. The color blue, a 6x6 or 6x8 paper pad, and just about this came from the Chamel, one of Chamel's journaling pads, and then these papers did as well, and then paper tearing. So this was a grab 5 challenge, and this is a very bad photo, but this is me swooshing, hence the title, down a slide at a restaurant in Arizona. This layout is my daughter's graduation layout. This is going in her personal album. This won't go into the family album. It was a Paige Evans specialty paper. I don't remember which collection. And then I totally embraced the butterflies. And I cut out all of these gorgeous florals and just simply titled it Congrats. I also have these little floral things from, it's called High Supply or HAI Supply that are there. So those are amazing. Lots and lots of pop dots and foam squares and lots of fussy cutting. This layout took me a good 3.5 hours to complete, but I love it. Okay, this is also using the wrong collection. This is the Discover France collection, and I went ahead and used it for some hockey photos when we went to see the San Jose Sharks and the Washington Capitals in San Jose. We cheered for the Caps because, you know, original Marylanders, and the Caps did win. And then I added the airplane because it was presented by Alaska Airlines, so I totally felt that that was appropriate. And I don't care that this is a French map back here. It just looks like map paper to me, and I'm good with it. This was my stamping for scrapbookers layout. I die cut out these circles and then stamped and then put the paper on top of it. And these are critters from a Lawn Fawn set called Really High Five, and I have the balloons tied to them, and I just really like how this turned out. This is an older Brutus Monroe birthday stamp set, but the animals and the balloons are from the Really High Five from Lawn Fawn. Here is another Layout Palooza layout. It definitely has a tropical theme. I kind of went rogue on this one a little bit. I added this and some other things. This is Chloe as she was going to the beach, and this was about as tropical photo as I could find, but I think it totally works, so we went with it. Here is another Kill a Kit with Style layout. This is one of my go-to designs, except usually I have the photos like this and the embellishment is here and here, but I decided to turn it and make it go this way. So this is just a birthday photo from 2018. Now this is also a Layout Palooza layout. These flowers right here, the flowers and the leaves, are a cut file from Stamp Market, and it is gorgeous. So I just inked the edges, did some stems cut out of some paper, and then put them here. I had this paper in my stash that I thought was a great match for it, so I just added that. This is the Love My Tribe retreat in Big Bear Lake, California. So I just put down special memories. And I thought with all the flowers, it was totally appropriate because we had all the flowers in front of us. Next, I have a Santa Cruz layout. This was also for Brutus Monroe. This is a stamp set that I just stamped and created a border with. And then I have the mermaid and the sandcastle. And this sentiment is also from the stamp set. This is a stencil with some glitter glaze. This is stamped. And then I have a stacked Mickey head washi layout for Lana's birthday that we celebrated in Disneyland. And I just love how this turned out. You guys know I love me a good stacked washi layout. But this one just, I don't know, it makes my soul sing. Like, I just love this. This was also for Follow a Sketch Friday. The sketch actually was a heart. And Maggie joined me for Follow a Sketch Friday in June, and she did not use a heart either. She actually used a triangle, and I used a Mickey head. This is a kind of funky page. This is also a Disney layout. Took a picture of a $7 hot dog sign, and we ran our mouths about the $7 hot dog sign the entire weekend. So I felt like I needed to have a layout about it. So it's so really. And then I journaled about it, which is pretty cool because when I was doing the voiceover for this layout, I kind of forgot that I actually did the journaling. Then my last layout is going to be my October 2018 stories by the month. As you guys know, I'm working through this project for 2018, so I just have November and December to do. My goal was to get those done all in this month, but it did not happen. I did add teal and gold because the colors in the story kit were very fall, and like Chloe went and had a college visit in Florida, so it wasn't very fall. And then on the other side, it's work stuff and subscriber count and, you know, Lana cooking and ice cream. Like, it's not fall. So I added the teal just to kind of like lighten it up a little bit. And then this card that came, it says currently attempting to not eat all the candy in the house. And then I added this chipboard word phrase that says I ate the whole thing. And even though this is an ice cream sandwich, I'm okay with it, even though it says candy. Like, it doesn't bother me right now. So those are the layouts that I did in the month of June, plus a couple. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for joining me throughout the month. Now, in case you did not know, I am in the process of posting a layout, or a video, I should say, a day, at least one video a day for an entire year. I started on February 1st, and it is now July 2nd, and there has been on my channel a video at least once a day. So I am making that a huge goal for me, so I hope you will join me as I go through that. Go ahead, leave a comment down below if you'd like to chat about anything. I do respond to all the comments. Even if it's just a thank you for taking the time to leave me one. Go ahead, click that subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel. And then, that was obvious, click the subscribe button to subscribe. Ring the bell if you would like to get notifications. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.